Hi, this is Mandy with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is a You Choose Friday. So it's opportunity marketing and checklists. So if you are here with me live, drop those questions in the chat. If you have any, if you're watching this back on recording and you have any questions as you move along, you can always reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. In today's class with opportunities marketing and checklists, we're basically going to do a deep dive into opportunities. I'm going to reveal some tools and resources that you have within your command that to actually like streamline parts of your business, like your marketing through your listing opportunities and also your buyer and listing checklist so that you can make sure you're providing consistent value and service to your clients and also a much needed peace of mind for you as the agent to make sure that you're getting everything done. Nice little checklist. Who doesn't appreciate checking those off, right? And making yourself feel a little productive in your day. So, we're going to jump into all of that today. I'll go ahead and sign into command here on your screen. Now, since we are deep diving into opportunities, there's a little bit of an assumption here that you do have an opportunity created or you've at least gotten your command set up. I want to touch on just a couple of things that would be helpful for prep work ahead of time because as we're handling your marketing today and also your checklists, you'll want to make sure like that your social accounts are already linked to your command. So you can do that by coming right over here to your name at the top right hand corner in your command. I'm going to zoom in for you guys here. Click your name and choose settings. Now, this is just, I'm showing you where to get them connected. We have tip videos and classes that go over this in depth as far as how to get your socials linked to your command account and things like that. But just as quick reference, knowing that this is something you probably want to make sure is already set up before you do what I'm fixing to show you today in your opportunities, it's just going to help you guys out, okay? So if you scroll down here on your settings, you'll notice this is where you can actually connect your social accounts for post scheduling. These are social posts. You'll hear me mention this today and I'll briefly go over it with you. So there is your post scheduling. If you go down a little further, notice that your ads manager has now changed for your paid ads. So you can click right here to paid ad settings and go ahead and get your social platform linked up there as well, like for your Facebook ads. And if you come on down, you do have some more post scheduling for Instagram right there, but you can also link your Instagram to your Facebook account now, since they're both Meta, and handle it that way. And again, going over this very, very quickly because I'm assuming that you've already gotten this done and you're ready to jump into your marketing. However, if you don't, it's okay. You'll still be able to do what I'm showing you today in the video. You'll just want to make sure those accounts are linked up before you execute anything. Okay. So you can still learn today. It's just before you start executing that marketing, you'll want to make sure these social platforms are connected if you're choosing to do like social post or paid ads. Okay. Moving on down, just want to show you down here at the bottom under email services, you have your command email account right here. You can click manage. Now, command email is how your command system um, sorry, I was seeing what Latricia was saying in the chat. You don't know how to connect your social, is that what you're saying? But we do have tip videos on that and classes, Latricia. So if you need to go to our YouTube and check that out, please do, or you can reach out to us at that email address and we can make sure we get those resources to you, those specific resources. Make sure you got them. So right here for manage command email, this is the email that command uses to send out to your contacts through command. Like your smart plans use this, your email campaigns use this. If you actually use your, sorry, Latricia, are you saying that I'm breaking up? Does anybody else have an issue with the audio in here? Is the audio messing up for you guys? If it is, okay, so it is. Okay, if you'll be patient with me just one moment, I'll see what I can do. If you'll give me just a second. Okay, I've adjusted some things on my end, guys. Hopefully that makes it a little bit better. Um, if you continue having issues, I do apologize. We will have a class archive, or we do have a class archive on our YouTube channel. So, and I'm not sure what your kind of connection is there, but where you're located, but hopefully that is going to adjust it for you. So I'm going to keep charging ahead. If you need clarification on anything, just again, feel free to drop that in the chat. I can actually stay after class as well and make sure that I can go over things in detail, maybe just briefly again for you. Okay. So, right here, command email. This is how your mail goes out from your command again through smart plans, through email campaigns. If you're sending a one off email to your contacts, this is what it's using right here. So it's just letting you know you get up to 5,000 free sends a month. Shows you how many you've used, what percentage of that is still left. And if you ever need more, you can come right here to manage subscription. And down at the bottom, you actually control how your name shows on those emails that go out, and also which email the replies come to. If one of your consumers replies to an email you sent through command, this is the inbox that it'll go to. So you can adjust all of that right here. I just wanted to go over that briefly again. So these are the things that you want to check on to make sure they're in place before you go and start sending out your marketing, right? So we'll close that. Last thing to check back here is under your connect settings on the left-hand side, your marketing profile. If you give that a click, this is like your database of information that feeds out to your marketing through command. Just make sure this is toggled on and that you've completely filled this out. Now, again, we have several tip videos and classes that go into detail about this marketing profile, how to fill out every single field and adjust the photos if you need to. And so I'm not going to touch on any of that today. I just want you to know where this little guy lives back here so you make sure that you have that filled out before jumping into your marketing. Okay. So, again, make sure those social platforms are connected if you want to run some social ads or some social posts. Make sure your marketing profile is filled out correctly so that you know your branding is on point. And then also just check on that command email and make sure that that is set up exactly how you would like it so that you're not missing any of the replies to the emails that you may be sending out. I'm going to touch on a lot of different marketing today. And so that's just a very general overview of what you will want to have set up in order to conquer today. Okay. All right. And so let's first jump into opportunities and look at the marketing. I'm going to go over here to the left hand side. Opportunities tab is two hands that are shaking right here. You can click the red square at the top if you still need to see the names. So this is your opportunities tab, and we'll jump in here. Now, everything I'm going to show you today is based on a personal profile, meaning a solo agent, an individual agent. You'll notice in the top right that it's just the individual name showing. If I click that, I do have a team account right here that I could select to be under, but for today's purposes, we're going to show this from a point of a solo agent. There may be some exceptions to you being on a team and using this marketing. So if you have any questions about that, reach out to us and we can give you information that is pertinent to team members. Okay. So for today in opportunities, going to click our individual agent tab here, and you can see our listings timeline and our buyer timeline. You may hear me say this a lot today. I'm going to say it again. We have classes that jump into opportunities in depth. We have one that goes over an opportunities overview. It's that opportunities in sales pipeline class I was showing you before we started recording today. That actually will explain everything you see on your screen here. So if you're not familiar with opportunities, if you've never created one, the opportunities and sales pipeline class is the one to jump into because it will show you step by step how to create those opportunities and explain everything here that you're seeing on your screen. Okay. So now that we're in opportunities, I'm going to quickly create a listing opportunity and a buyer's opportunity. And I want to show them to you side by side to show you the differences. So really quickly, I'm just going to choose create opportunity. I'm going to make my listing one first. Oh, this is my client, excuse me. So let me pick my client really quick. And for the name, I'm going to make it say this one. So for today, it doesn't get lost in the opportunities as I'm trying to show you this. So I named my opportunity. I'm hitting all the fields that have the red asterisks. Okay. So I'm just going to jump in today and fill that in. We're starting out in the cultivate phase in the watch stage. It's the very first or initial phase and stage for opportunities. So I'm going to leave it there because you'll notice today I'm going to show you as you move your listing through the pipeline, different marketing options are available within that opportunity. So I'll go ahead and create my listing one. And there he is. And now I'm going to pop open a new one. I'm just opening command in a second tab so I can show you guys side by side here. Going to create an opportunity really quick, and this one's just going to be a buyer. All right. And create. Okay, so I've created my listing and my buyer opportunities. Again, assuming that you know how to do that, bless it. Look at the tech. Okay, great. Hold on, guys. Um, this is tech in real time for you. Sometimes we get errors. Let me go back and see if my little buyer opportunity did save and it just didn't open for me. I'm going to zoom back out to make sure you guys can see the whole screen here. There we go. Nope, it doesn't look like, oh, it did. Yay. Okay, so I'm just grabbing my opportunity from right there in the pipeline, okay? So let me show you. I'm looking at my buyer opportunity, okay? If I click over here on the left-hand tab, I'm looking at my listing opportunity. I want to show you the two differences because we're primarily going to be in listing opportunities today for the marketing piece because it's not available in a buyer opportunity. The first thing in the listing opportunity that's different, notice up here at the top it says select from listings. You can link a listing to your opportunity, and this is what's going to help with your marketing through that opportunity. Okay, it'll be linked to that address. And so you can go ahead and select from listings here to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. I'm going to flip back over here to the buyer opportunity to show you that's not an option. Obviously, this is a buyer, so you're not linking a property to that opportunity. You would come right over here to this pencil to manually enter a property for that buyer once they're under contract. Okay. The other thing, flipping back to my listing opportunity, is this marketing tab right here. Notice if I go over to my buyer opportunity, that tab is missing. You do not have a marketing tab for a buyer because you're technically not marketing a property for them, right? You're busy sending them properties, finding them properties, showing them properties, but you're not marketing them themselves, right? So that's just the two different views with a buyer opportunity and a listing opportunity. So I'm actually going to go ahead and close my buyer opportunity tab, move right back here to my listing. And this is where we're going to live a little while because I want to show you how to link this listing. And I want to go through the marketing tab with you to show you all the different options, give you some ideas to market through as well. And then we'll move this opportunity all the way through the sales pipeline. And I'll show you how that marketing tab actually changes and gives you even more marketing pieces to use. So right here, let's go ahead and link our listing. So we will click on select from listings. You can choose street address or MLS. It does not matter. But over here, also check this because right now it's only showing our listing. You can choose all listings and it will open them up. You do have some other search options and features or filters right up here at the top that you can go through if you would like. Um, but we'll just go in here and choose an address. So let's do Main Street. See what it pulls for us. Looks like a business. Perfect. Right here. Nope, sold status. I want to do an active for you guys. Not that it really matters. You can still do sold, but I'd really like it to be active. So let me just go ahead and change my There we go. Status. Perfect. Let's find a house. These look like businesses. This will work. I don't think that's in America, but that's okay. All right. Just it's going to make the address a little different. That's okay. All right. So we linked our listing. Okay. First thing to do is right there. And now that our property is linked to our listing, I'll show you as we move through the marketing how that actually saves you a few steps in the long run. So let's go ahead and click on our marketing tab. Notice it had that 4 right beside it. It's just giving you a visual indicator of, hey, I have some recommendations for you. These are the 4 recommendations right here towards the bottom. Notice that it is actually suggesting 4 social pieces for you, social marketing pieces. These are pieces that you can get right here in your design tab on the left. You can always, at any point, you don't have to go through an opportunity. You can always jump into designs, go to create, and choose social. And it will open up a whole world of templates for you that you can go in and adjust or create from scratch. But this is going to be time saving to have it right here within your opportunity for you because it's right here and ready as you're working on this opportunity. So it saves you a few steps. Plus, if I do decide to go ahead and click on one of these and edit them, then I'll show you where it'll actually have that particular property available for you to actually choose and edit, saving you some more steps on the back end. So let's remember that our opportunity is actually in the cultivate stage. So you don't quite have this listing yet. So you'll notice the marketing pieces are geared towards that. It is what buyers love, a trend alert, maybe a client testimonial, and then also home value. And these can be a social post that you like to do, but you can also save these and send these to the client, like especially the client testimonial post. You could come in here and edit and add a real testimony to the social piece, and then go ahead and send it to your client and say, this could be you. I'd really like the chance to do this for you, something to that effect. Let's do a brief overview really quick, and I'll show you all the buttons that are here. And then I'm actually going to jump in and edit one of these with you so that you can see how many steps it actually saves you. So on this marketing tab, you may see the blue banner letting you know that they're based on the opportunity phase. I'm going to show you again how it moves through the timeline to show you as we change each phase that the marketing pieces change, but it's just giving you a heads up. And it does say social ad recommendations are away while they've moved into their new AI powered experience and they'll bring those back. But you still have a create paid campaign button right here, along with a create a design. So if you don't see anything down here that you want to use as a quick click reference, you can always click create design. I'm going to show you, it will take you right into your designs. This is taking you back where your social and your print templates are. So I'm going to show you where those are. Again, saving you steps from having to go straight over to designs. It brings you right to your templates. You can view them here on your screen, or you can come over here to the left-hand side and start clicking different options and different themes as you begin to cultivate this relationship with this seller. Okay. Like even holiday, we're in May, and it will open up pieces for holidays. That's an easy, quick reach out and touch this client just to start a conversation, right? So you can come in here and choose from these, whatever you would like. I'm going to go back into our opportunity here. It is taking its sweet time today, guys. Sorry about that. And then also, that was what when we clicked on our create design. If you decide to create a paid campaign, you click this and it will bring you right back into your paid ads. It actually brings you right to the screen of starting one of the single image Facebook and Instagram paid ads that uses the Facebook lead form. So you don't even have to have a lead form of your own. It will use Facebook's to do that. You skip all the steps of having to come back in here and open it up, brings you right in to the page to begin creating that ad for this particular listing. Okay. So again, it's just quick shortcut buttons that are here within your marketing profile. I'm going to click back to bring you back to our opportunity. And now those social pieces that we were mentioning earlier, let's go ahead and grab one. And I'm going to show you how quick and easy it is to edit it. Let's grab the testimonial one here. And you just click it, it's thinking. Nice. Oh, okay, good. The error cleared itself. Designs has been a little glitchy over the last 2 weeks, guys, due to them doing updates, we believe. So if you see an error like that and you need help, just reach out to us. As you can see, that error just immediately went away. And we're able to come in here to our design. So I'm not going to go in super detail about editing these guys because, again, we have full classes on designs and tip videos on how you can customize all of these. But just to show you how quick it is, if I click the logo and come over here to my assets, I can swap out easily the logo that I want to be right there. I could come in here and click on this text and begin just editing that text. It helps if you can spell. There you go. And then you can just adjust that how you would want. Um, if it were me, if I were still an active agent, I would love doing this particular post. I would come in here and send this out to an agent or send it out to my seller, my potential seller, and say something about, let me handle the heavy stuff so your hands can stay free for what's important, just like this image represents. Just something like that, that you are just garnering their business and their trust through a connection with them. And so now that you've edited this piece, remember it's a social piece. So this will go right into a social post if you want to do that. Or if you want to do um, a paid ad, this would work. But I also recommend coming right over here to your download button, choosing the PNG, which is a high quality image, and going ahead and downloading this onto your device. And the reason I suggest this is once you have it as an image, it can then be easily added into like an email template in designs. You can then take that and add it to a smart plan email. You can easily add it to an email campaign. I'm just going to save this in our downloads really quick here. Just a second so that we have it. And so, testimonial image. There we go. I'm just going to save that into our download so it's on our device. Got that little banner that it's done. And so now when you're done editing, you've saved that image so that not only can you do this on social posts and paid ads, but now you can also apply it as an image into an email template. We'll go ahead and click done. It's going to bring us right back into our opportunity. Again, saving steps. If you've gone into designs before and you've created a design piece, know that it actually, when you're done with it, it will bring you either back out to your templates in your social editor, or it would bring you back out to your designs dashboard. So again, just saving you some steps from having to come back in here and find your way all the way back into the opportunity. Okay. Now notice at the bottom, it's showing us that we edited this today. Okay. So with that one piece that we edited, it will stay right here. These recommended pieces, as we move through the pipeline, if you do not choose to edit these right here, The recommendations will be removed and new pieces will be recommended as we move through that pipeline. But because I edited this one and it's now linked to this opportunity, it will live right here whenever I want to come back and grab it. I don't ever have to go back to our designs tab and search for it. But if I did, it's right there on the dashboard within your designs too, if you want to go and access it that place. But just for quick reference, it will live right here underneath your marketing tab now that you have edited it. Very quickly, just going to show you now we edited that and we saved it on our device as well. So now I could go and click that create paid ad campaign right here and go ahead and I would have it saved on my device and I can jump into that paid campaign and add it. I could always come over here to my campaigns tab and jump right in to do a social post with that piece I just created. I could come up here to my contacts. Let me jump into my contacts and show you this brand new feature. Let's say I actually want to send it to my client. I'm actually going to go back, guys. I want to show you one more shortcut, actually. You can come to your contacts to email your seller a one off email, but I could have done it from right here in the opportunities. I can click on my contact's name and go to the contact. It's going to open that contact for me. It's their contact profile. And you can now send, bless it. Okay. Work for me, please. Okay. There we go. I just needed to refresh. Okay. And so basically, Michael, that's a great question. Let me get to that in just 2 seconds. Now that you're here in the contact profile, you can now, brand new, you can now send one off emails to your contacts without having to do a smart plan or without having to do an email campaign. I can just come right here, click on their email, and choose command email. A brand new email actually drafts right here. It's going to be from the same email address that your command mail uses, but just remember the replies will always come to the email address that you have set up. We can say it's to, put our subject line, attach, and we're going to attach that file that we had from our device. Just go ahead and pull that over so you can see it. So there's our image that we edited and open. Nice. Okay, so this worked earlier. I guess that particular piece was too large. It's okay. It should still be able to work, but if not, you can throw a hyperlink on here to the image if you have it saved onto like your Google Drive and send it out to this particular client. But when I tested this earlier, it did actually attach that particular piece. This may be, again, due to some glitches that they're having in designs, but that social piece does fit onto this email that you can send out through command. And you can just enter the text that you want to send to this particular seller and say things like, this could be you. The things that I mentioned earlier about being able to handle the heavy things for them so they can stay focused on the important pieces, like the transition for their family, right? Once they list their house, they're going to have to move. You would just put your text to them there and you can send right here. So, again, just saving yourself time by going through your opportunities to create that piece and then come and email it straight to your client. I'm going to close that tab and bring us back right here to our opportunity. And Michael had a question. So, is it better to do ads through Command or Meta Business Suite? And if I do it through Meta Business, will it show in Command? It will not show in Command if you run it straight through Meta. I personally love running the ads through command. And I say personally, just seeing agents do that because you're going to get a lot of metrics available within your command that will track that ad. Plus, depending on if you used your like KW agent site or a landing page as the post lead submission for that ad or for your contact lead form, if you did that, contacts going straight into your contact form or your lead form will populate directly into your command contacts. So, also saving you time. If you use a third party or go straight through Meta, then you have to worry about exporting and importing those contacts back into your command before you can start marketing to them. So, that to me is usually the better way to do it. And so you do not have to go straight through Meta to do ads. You can do it straight in Command. Yep, exactly. All right, great. So, okay, guys, remember our opportunity was in that cultivate phase. It was in the first part of the pipeline. We have shortcuts to go in and create marketing pieces, create designs, or other types of designs, create paid campaigns, and have pieces that you can send directly to your seller. Now, I'm going to go to the pipeline, the opportunity pipeline, move this over into the next stage, excuse me, next phase. I'm just going to grab right here in our cultivate pipeline. This is your pipeline. If you're not familiar, you can grab your opportunity card right here and you can begin sliding it over. This is the different stages that are in your phase. It's watch, nurture, and hot. But here are phases: appointment, active, under contract, and closed. So I'm going to grab this little guy and move him right to appointment. Once you see it turn green back there, you can drop it. I'll click on appointment. My goodness, guys, did you see the error in the bottom right hand corner? I'm going to go back to Cultivate. I have never in my life taught a class and had this many errors throw at the same time. So I do apologize. They must be doing a lot today in Command. I'm going to drop it again in appointment. Yes, it worked. Okay, going to go back to appointment and grab our little opportunity right here. So I'm going to click on it so that I can go ahead and open it and show you guys how that marketing tab changed. Again, inside of our listing opportunity, here's our marketing tab. Now look, the designs have changed. Now that my opportunity is actually in the appointment phase, it's assuming you're fixing to have a listing appointment. So it goes ahead and gives you a listing presentation template right here that you can just easily click on. It's going to take you right back into your designs to edit it again. You can download it on your device if you would like, or you can keep it right into designs. I actually recommend downloading it as a PDF, and that way you can take like a tablet to your listing appointment and have your presentation right there on the screen, personalized for the seller, ready for your appointment, right? But you still have all the other shortcuts as well. You can go back and grab the social piece if you need to. You can create a paid ad, create another design, right? You have it all right here at the touch of your hands. Let me go back to the pipeline. I'm going to show you the next phase as we move it along. This time, let's go drop it in active. Yay, it worked on the first time. I'm going to open my opportunity, click on my marketing tab, and now notice we also have prints options because we've now moved to the active listing phase, right? And so now that it's active, I can go in and I have print options for sale, trifold, or even a just listed flyer. I have social pieces for just listed, social pieces for an open house, for sale post, and I still have the one that I edited. As you edit them, they will stay right here along with you, okay? Just a few ideas right here, guys. As you are going live with your listing and it's now active, you could come in here and create these flyers and download them and email them, do that one-off email to your client by going up here to their name, looking at their contact profile and emailing them through Command. You can go ahead and do that and send those just listed flyers to them so they can hand them out to their sphere. They'll be so proud of the good marketing that you're doing and to share with others in their sphere, right? But you can also have them available at other places. Your just listed social piece, not only can you post that on your social post and on a paid ad, but you also can share that with your clients so that they can share it as well on their social media platforms. Same thing with the open house and the for sale. Let's go back to our pipeline. We're going to move it to the next phase and show you what changes there. Now that we've gone from an active listing, the next step is under contract. Drag and drop. Click on our opportunity, go to our marketing tab, and we'll see what has changed here. Now, again, we're under contract. So now your social pieces are geared exactly towards that under contract. Post 1, post 2, and post 3. One of the shortcuts I mentioned to you earlier is that it actually is going to pull that listing information. It's linked to it now, right? So let me show that to you. I'm going to open this particular social post. And when it brings it into the editor for you, you no longer have to search for a listing under the KWLS. It will already it will already be right there for you. I have no idea why that error is coming up, but thank God that it is opening the design so that we can move forward. All right. And so from right here, I can come over to my KWLS tab on the left and my listing's already pulled up. I have my address. I have all the MLS photos right here at the touch of my button. I don't have to go and search for it at all. So it just makes it super easy where I can click that photo, swap out the actual house. Let me see if it'll let me double click it and make it bigger. So then I can drag it. There we go. Oh, bless it. Okay, there we go. A little bit better. Okay, and so it's back there, and now you can do things like your logo. I can even choose over here with the address um, and swap that out as well. And so it just makes it super easy having all of your listing information right here in your editor. I wanted you to see that. Again, don't forget to download that actual image onto your device so that you can easily upload it like into an email template to use for a smart plan and to also use for an email campaign. But when you're done, click done. You can save if you'd like, and it's going to bring you right back into your opportunity instead of you having to come back out to designs, go back to opportunity, and find that particular opportunity again and get back where you were, saving you time and steps here. So again, coming back to our marketing, it saves that edited one right there, tells me when I edited it, and so it will stick with our opportunity. I'm going to go ahead and go back out to our pipeline. Remember, this particular listing was under contract. So I'm going to go grab it in the pipeline and drag it to closed now so that you can see what marketing is offered in the closed phase. There we go. It makes me choose a closed date, so I just confirm and open our opportunity. Go to our marketing tab, and now it's actually going to show you a just sold print piece and social piece for just sold. Actually, there's two of them. So it will give you multiple opportunities right here to just quick click, quick edit, and get this out to your marketing streams. So your media platforms and things like this, saving you a lot of time. And again, always being branded to that one listing to save you steps from having to search for it as well. So that is what it looks like to actually market through your opportunities. Again, if you're looking for something to show you how to go in depth to edit these or how to use things like paid ads, smart plans, email campaigns, those types of things, we have videos on our YouTube channel that go into all of those in depth. But for today, since this is opportunity marketing and checklist, I'm going to jump right into checklist and we'll spend the rest of our class on how to personalize those and streamline your business big time. So I'm going to go back out here to opportunities. I want to show you the checklist that we're actually referencing, and then I'll show you how to actually edit them on a massive scale, actually edit your full templates that will affect all of your future opportunities. And then I'll show you how to personalize them for each individual opportunity. And lastly, if we have time, I'll show you one of the newest updates to make sure that your client updates are toggled on so that your client will get email updates every day showing what has been completed by you with their opportunity. So let's go ahead and just click on, I think our little guy was in close. Let's go grab him back. I'm going to throw him back into our cultivate stage up here. Here he is. Okay. So when you see the actual opportunity cards here within your pipeline, this bottom right hand corner that's green that shows a little task list and a number slash another number, those are your checklists. It's saying you have 0 of 8 checklist items completed for this opportunity. Notice it's different for every single stage within this phase. Phase is cultivate right here. The stages are watch, nurture, and hot. And each different stage has different checklists applied to them, different tasks that you would want to do for this particular client in each different stage and phase. Okay. I'm going to open one up just to show you what it looks like. So you can do that just by clicking on that particular checklist for that particular opportunity. So any changes I make on this screen right here will only affect that individual opportunity because I'm only accessing its checklist. Okay. Just to give you some general navigation here, we have our phases listed right up here at the top. This means as you move this opportunity through the different phases, you'll be able to see all the different checklists that you have done. This one's only in cultivate stage, so we have these 8 different items showing up right here, letting us know this is our current stage that we're in. I can hide completed tasks. I can create a new one. I can even apply a different checklist, and I will show you how to do your checklist templates in just a moment. But right here, you can come through these different tasks like get the phone number of this particular lead. It's a potential seller. It's in the cultivate phase, and you're currently watching, right? This means that you probably have not made contact with this person just yet. So you can come in here, get their phone number. You can add a due date to this particular task. Let's say it's due by tomorrow. And you can choose the time. If you don't want it to be all day, which lets it end at 11:59 p.m., you can say, "Well, I know I'm going to be out of the office after 11 um, for appointments, so I'll go ahead and make sure this is due tomorrow morning to make sure I get that done." And so you'll just hit apply, and now you've added a due date to that particular task, and it's due in the next 7 days, even though you did a task for tomorrow due date. Once it's done, you can mark it as complete. And now one of your 8 task items were completed. These checklists are to help you streamline your business. This is so that you bring consistency in your value in your service. You make sure that you're doing all the same things for every single client, and it helps you keep track of what you have and haven't done for each one of them, right? So it's bringing some serious organization and leverage for your business. This again, any change I make right here, like creating a new task, is only going to apply to that one particular opportunity because I opened that one particular opportunity's checklist. So let's say I'm going to add a new task just so you can see how to do this. Let's say I want to share my app. So share my KW app with this person to show them how you're actually aiding with buyers and working with buyers, so that you can find the right buyer for their particular property, maybe, or so that they can stay abreast of all the competition that they currently have on the market. And so you can come in here, and for this particular task, you can adjust the different phase and stage if you would like to. Maybe you don't want this to actually happen until you're going into an appointment phase with this person, when you are actually at the appointment with your clients, and that you'll manually help them download the app and make sure it's branded to you. So you can do that. You can make sure what kind of task this really is. It's not a phone call or a text. This is an in person. So you can just leave it as other. If you actually wanted to share a description, you can. This is just for you to see. It's just a little reminder when you come to do the task, what will it say? And you can even include a hyperlink, like maybe you want to include your KW app link right here to make it easy peasy when you come to this task. Maybe you're sitting at the table with your sellers. You've just landed the listing because you did a great job at your listing appointment. And so you've got your phone with you. You can open Command Mobile, look at this task list here, and just easily click on the hyperlink within your task so that you know that you're getting that done right then with them. You can also set a priority level. You can set a due date, and you can also choose if this repeats or not. Okay. But since notice that it says repeating tasks can only be created in the current opportunity phase and stage, we had actually set this one ahead once the listing gets to appointment. Right now it's in the cultivate stage, so that's why the repeat option is not available. We can go ahead and click create, and now we've created a new task on this list for this checklist. Okay, and so it's added in as well. And so from here, we'll click done. Now that we've created that, you didn't see it on that screen because remember it's under the appointment that we created it. So I can actually go and drag this little guy to that appointment phase, take him over to the at appointment with client stage. And that should be showing our task. For some reason, it's not showing our task right there. I'm not sure why that did not show up. It should be showing up because we set that. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it either. So you should be able to see that particular task. I may have been teaching and not clicked on something correctly to make that show up. And so that's okay. The share the app should be there when you create tasks underneath the phase that you would actually put them under. Go ahead and close that out. That is how you can go and edit an individual checklist for an opportunity if you want to do them one at a time, or maybe you have a client that needs a little extra grace applied, a little extra kid gloves, right? And so that's how you would actually go in if this person is a one off for you and you want to make sure there's some extra steps that are handled for them. You can come in and check that checklist and add certain items to only their checklist that you will see. Now I want to show you how you can actually edit these checklists on a whole, on your templates themselves. And that's right here within your stages and checklists right up here at the top right. Notice we are in our pipeline, and that's when this button will be available, is to choose stages and checklists. This is when you can come in. We were on the appointment phase, and so that's where we are to edit it. These are your stages within your appointment phase. Stages can be reordered. They can actually be renamed by clicking the pencil over here. You can rename them. You can adjust their probability. You can even trash them if you want. If you don't want them here, they don't have to be here. You can even add a brand new stage by clicking on the right-hand side, add the stage name. So post appointment follow-up maybe is a stage that you want to include, especially if you know you have some time. If there's a lot that you do with your marketing and prepping your listings, then you know there's going to be some time between that listing appointment and the day you actually bring it live and make it active. So maybe you have a post appointment follow up stage and you can come in here and adjust the probability. You can adjust the checklist and even add a checklist specifically for this particular stage if you want, but go ahead and click save once you're done and you will see that new stage here. That's how you edit the stages. Now, these are applicable to all of your future um, opportunities when you come in here and adjust things like this. So right now for checklists, these are your templates. It's not going to be for one opportunity like I just showed you. These are templates that will apply to all of your opportunities. Any changes you make will apply to all future opportunities. So notice that this turns into a hyperlink when I hover over them. That is how you would come in and edit those templates. So let's say for um, post appointment follow up, now that we have our listing agreement signed, you can come in here and click this checklist and start adding items. Maybe we'll add an item to say schedule photographer. Do you want to include this in the client update? Do you want them to know once this is done? You can click yes if you want, or leave it toggled off if you don't. I'm going to deep dive into client update in just a second to show you how to turn these on for your opportunities individually. But just know while you're creating that task, you do have the option to go ahead and adjust that if you want. Add a description if you'd like, even a hyperlink, and you can change that priority level if you would like to. and then click create. I'm going to go ahead and click save on that one and open up a checklist that has items so that I can show you a few more editing options. So let's go to this checklist that already has 3 items. And so now you have the opportunity to drag and drop and move them around in different order if you choose to. You can also come over to the 3 dots and edit or delete them. You can come in here and add more tasks if you would like. And you can also choose which ones are going to be included in a client update. Let's say now that we're in the appointment phase, we want all of these to be in an update to the client. We want them to get an email notification that these tasks have been created and completed. Excuse me, just completed. They won't get a notification if they were created. It's only if they were completed. And then you can hit save once you've done that and adjusted that checklist like you would like. I have a couple of links that I'll share with you guys to give you an idea of what to add to your particular checklist if you would like. I'll pull it over here to the screen for buyer opportunities. This is just a suggested checklist template that you can use. Our phases are listed to the left. You can see cultivate, appointment, active, under contract, and closed. If I go back up to the top, the columns here are based on the stages. These are the default stages, excuse me. So if you've created any custom stages like we just did, it will not be reflected on here. But you'll be able to have a good idea of some tasks that you can actually add to your checklist and add these in. Like we're in our appointment, right? And so for the first um the first stage within the phase of appointment, if I really want to do set appointment with no more potential or with no more than 2 potential times for appointment or assist buyer with pre-approval, then I can just go ahead and actually right click and copy that, jump right back over here to my stages and checklist, check that checklist, add item, paste, create, and carry on. And you can continue to do that. Latricia, I'm actually going to share that link with you with the checklist that I just showed you, this particular one right here. So I'm going to drop this in the chat. If you're watching this back on recording, then we will have these in the description of the video available for you. But this is the buyer pipeline opportunity template suggestions. So I'm going to paste that link for you right here. There you go. Let me bring that back over and show you the seller one. Same thing. You're going to see the phases down the left-hand side on the rows, and then also up here on the right across the columns, you will see the different stages. So I'm going to drop this. Let me, didn't mean to minimize that for you. Latricia, these are internal docs from us that I'm sharing with you. So these links that I'm dropping in here, you can open and favorite those or create, add them to your drive. You can add them to your bookmarks. There you go. And that's the seller pipeline opportunity doc right there. Okay. So those will give you some ideas of what to add to those checklists. Now that we just have a couple of minutes left, I did want to add this too. With these stages and checklists, guys, like if I were to go back out here to my appointment and click on active, then I can go into stages and checklist and affect my active phase and stages underneath it. Okay. So you would just move through your pipeline like that, choose your under contract phase, click back in your stages and checklists. These are the stages and checklist for that particular phase. You can customize these how you want for your business, make it personal, put your own touch on it. Make sure that you're handling your business the way that you want to handle and including all the value that you actually personally bring, the niche that you actually have on the market. And you can make those like you want to. Really quick, I'm going to show you some client updates and how to get those toggled on. I'm going to come back out here to my opportunities tab. There's a couple of settings that have to be in place for these to work because the client updates are defaulted to be off for your opportunities. That's a good thing. That's a good thing because you don't want them toggled on. Think about if you had an opportunity in the watch phase and you're like, get this person's phone number, get this person's address, get this. You do not want them getting an email update saying that you're gathering all their personal information, correct? So it's good that it's toggled off. But I'm going to show you the things that you want to set up in place to have them toggled on. And this will allow your clients to receive an email update once a day if you've completed tasks associated with their opportunity. Here's how you do it. The first step is to come over here to the cogwheel on your opportunities tab. This is going to bring you into your settings. These are just some basic settings for these client updates right here. It's just letting you know that you can set a time and a date for these to go out. So you could choose your different time that you want. Let's say you always want it to be 10:30 in the morning to give them a past 24-hour update. So whatever tasks were completed on the checklists associated with their opportunity in the last 24 hours, that is what will be included in this email. If none of the tasks were completed in the last 24 hours on their opportunity checklist, they just won't get an email for that day. You can say who you want it to send from. This is the owner of the opportunity. You can have it sent to the client and co-client or just the primary client if you want. And then also you can send yourself a copy if you're the owner of that opportunity. It's probably going to apply to more of like team members. Then you would have a little different options here because you might be an assignee, things like that. So we'll go ahead and choose that. I want to show you, you click save at the bottom once you set those up. But the preview right here will show you the preview of what this particular client or your particular clients are going to receive. This is a generic preview. Notice it's not branded to you, but it will include your header at the top. It will also include a short little blurb letting them know this is a summary. It will let them know the address that's associated with their opportunity. And then it shows them a checklist. Whatever your items are that you checked off will be listed right here in the email to them. It's just to help them stay in the loop. And then at the bottom, they include your legal footer that Command builds for you. Okay. That's a preview of what the client update looks like. Once you have these settings done, you can come right back over here to your opportunities tab. I'm leaving before I click save. So that's what that pop-up was about. Then you would go in and edit those templates, those checklist templates that I was showing you. So if I jump into my pipeline here in my cultivate phase, probably don't want any email going out to that client. So I'll choose like an appointment phase or maybe even active to begin the client updates. I can choose stages and checklists, check the checklists, and choose which ones I want to send them as an update and which ones I don't. You're setting up your defaults because these are your templates that apply to all of your opportunities, okay? Click save after you've chosen which items you want off of each checklist to go to your client. Come back out to your pipeline. Again, that was all just setting up settings because those have to do with your templates that apply to all of your opportunities. And then when you come in here to an individual opportunity, you'll notice in the right-hand corner the option for client updates. Click client updates and toggle them on. Now it's turned on for this particular opportunity. You would need to do this within your opportunities, every single one that you want to receive the client updates. Otherwise, it's safe to assume it is turned off and they will not receive it. Notice I can again adjust the different time based on this particular client, who it's sending from, who it's sending to, and I can view a preview if I would like right here and save changes. That means that those client updates are turned on for this particular opportunity. And I'll go ahead and click out of that. And that again would allow them to receive those email updates max once a day if any of the checklist items have been checked off for that opportunity. If no checklist were done, no items were checked off, they just won't receive an email that next day. Okay. And that's how you can set up your client updates. 2 minutes over. Thank you for staying with me, guys. If you have any questions about what you just saw and you're here with me live, drop them in the chat. If you're watching this back on recording, you can reach out to us at support@scottleroymarketing.com. This was our opportunity marketing and checklist class, a You Choose Friday. So if you have any questions, let us know. And we just thank you for watching.